What's up? My name is Jordan. I'm a video producer studying film in my free time and sharing what I learn and create in the process. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I achieved this lighting setup for under $40 using things from Walmart, the dollar store, and things I already had at home. You've probably heard before that one of the cheapest ways to light a video is to use natural light. But if you're like me and you work throughout the day, by the time you get home, the sunlight is already going down. Or the sun will be out and the video will start off great, but then the sun starts to go down, and then it keeps going down, and then it keeps going down until you don't have any more sunlight. So I recently created this filming space to have an area in my house where I had consistent lighting, so it didn't matter what time of day I shot my video. And I kind of wanted to challenge myself to see if I could get a setup that I was happy with using very little money. I'm one of those people that can get caught up in thinking that you need a certain camera or a certain light in order to get a good enough look. And so I kind of wanted to break away from that mindset. So for this setup, I used 3 clamp lights from Walmart that were $6.47 each, and bought a 4-pack of LED daylight bulbs for around $5. I chose daylight bulbs because they're very bright and give you a color temperature that resembles sunlight during the day. And then I took out my shower curtain. Yes, my shower curtain. One of the things that can make a video look more cinematic is if the lighting is soft, meaning the lighting is diffused. If you remember talking about diffusion in 5th grade science class, you might recall seeing diagrams like this. During the peak of a clear sunny day, sunlight is very direct and creates harsh shadows because that light isn't really going through anything. But when you have things such as clouds, the light particles spread out more, creating much softer shadows. So essentially that's what the shower curtain is for. You want to make sure that you get a frosty or an opaque shower curtain so that way the light still goes through but is diffused. You don't want it to be clear because then it's not gonna really do anything at all. And you don't have to use a shower curtain. I actually, for one of my first videos, I kind of diffused light a bit, but I used an old dress that I had where it's kind of a tan colored silky material. I actually just kind of hung that over my lamp and it worked pretty well. I cut the shower curtain into squares that would be big enough to cover the rim of the light reflector. I then used painter's tape that I got for $1 from the dollar store to attach the pieces. I actually attached the lights using my closet door and a shelf. Like I said, we're going cheap here. Light stands actually aren't that expensive. You can get new ones from Amazon for around $30 and used ones for probably around $20 or less depending on where you get them from. But what's really great about these lights is that they're clamp lights, so you can kind of attach them anywhere. So if you don't have light stands like me, but you have like a tall area or a shelf or a pole or really anything, a brother or sister cat, I don't know, you can just attach the light there and it'll stick pretty well. But like I said, I used my closet door for one light and then a shelf for another. The third light I actually attached to the bottom of the stool I'm sitting on to shine against the backdrop I'm using. I didn't use shower curtain on this light because I wanted as much light as possible to hit the backdrop. The cords on the light aren't that long, so this is where an extension cord will come in handy. So this is what the lighting setup looks right off the bat. If you look at this side of my face, you can kind of see shadows because there's no light coming from this side. There's just a light right here and then a light right here because this is where my closet space is. Over here is just air. But what I can do, I got this white foam board, again throwing it back to 5th grade science class, for $1 from the dollar store, that I'm going to use to highlight the side of my face or fill in the shadows on this side of my face. Using this foam board, what I'll do, since I have this light on my right side hitting the foam board, it'll reflect to fill in that light. So I'll take it away, you can see the shadow, and then I'll bring it back. Take it away and bring it back. I can also put it underneath if I, was more concerned about, for some reason, the shadows underneath here. What I could do is take it and put it underneath. Of course you can see it right now, but I can lower it, there we go. Technically, since I have 3 lights, I could use this light that's on my right side as a fill light to fill in the shadows on this side of my face. But again, I don't have anything on my left side to attach that light to, but I could get a light stand, you can use a broom, anything you have around the house, you can do that. So really quick 3-point lighting kind of lesson. My key light is this light I have right in front of me on my right side. And if I had something that I could attach this light to, this would be my fill light to fill in the shadows. And then I have my backlight, which sometimes people point at their hair to kind of separate themselves from the background more. But right now I'm using it to light up my backdrop because I thought that looked really cool and pretty. So I don't want to be holding this board all day though. So I'm gonna go get another stool and then some heavy books to kind of sandwich the board in place and hold it. These are two really great books, by the way, if you can see them. Ew. So this is what that looks like. And that's how I got this final result. In total, I spent around 37 bucks, but I already had the 3 lights and light bulbs from a shoot I did months ago, and I already had a basic extension cord lying around as well. You can definitely get away with just using 2 or even 1 light if you have the foam board, which I would recommend getting anyway because it's super cheap and super helpful to have around. The last thing to consider doing is turning off all your other lights and closing your curtains or blinds. When you're using these lights, because you want your light to stay even, you don't want any other outside lights interfering. Alright, so I hope this was helpful and that this inspires you to try to create your own inexpensive lighting setup. I'll leave a list down below of everything that I use, including where I got my backdrop from, which also is not necessary or needed at all. I just personally like the look of it and wanted something that was not just a plain white wall for now because I don't have any decorations. I just moved, so yeah. You can spend a ton of money on lighting, but you can also improve the image coming out of your camera using pretty inexpensive low-cost items. If you like this video and want to see more content like this from me, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to stay in the loop for when I'm posting more videos. And if you end up trying this setup, let me know in the comments below how it goes, if you have any questions, or if you have an even cheaper way to do this or some other alternatives, let me know. Till next time.